Shot from 16. And he gets it to go. 18 points for Blake Griffin.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
There's the pick. And Parker, here we go. And he gets it to go.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
To the left wing. Got a piece of it. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
16 seconds.
And here is Los Angeles now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Paul kicks to Redick. Griffin against Duncan. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And then how about the scoring they've gotten down on the post, really dominating that lane area.
And he can't get the first one. Well, since the turn of the century, guys, the Western Conference has ruled the roost, winning interconference matchups in 14 out of the last 15 seasons. To Steve, last season, the highest ever win percentage for the West at over 72%.
Yeah, and 8 of the league's top 10 teams played in the West record-wise. It may be time to take a fresh look at a top 16 playoff structure.
And the second free throw, good.
And last season, the 7th and 8th seed in the East made the playoffs with worse records than the 9th and 10th seeded teams in the West. Sure, the conference playoff structure reduces travel, but in the age of chartered flights, you could argue longer traveling distances are much less of a concern. And I would say amen to that.
Pocket two. And that one's good. Parker.
He's been a bright spot for them. He's had an incredibly efficient offensive performance.
Steve, his shooting really has been just terrific. They'd be much worse off if it weren't for him, that's for sure.
Was shot by Redick, no good.
And guys, I think the biggest advantage to a so-called top 16 playoff seeding is that it would possibly make for a more competitive finals. It's a playoff series that garners international attention anyway. You want to make sure that the last two teams standing are truly the best in the NBA.
From deep, Green. Clippers leading by 13. Redick is in the corner. Good, and Paul gets the assist. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Leonard. Good D by Jordan.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Paul dishes to Redick. Offline with his three.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Duncan with a screen on Jordan. Green, the pass to Parker. 6 to shoot. The drive by Green. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
They're on fire from mid-range, guys. They found a weakness in the defense, and they're exploiting it to a T.
Not often you see a team rely on that shot like they have.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Well, the Spurs clearly an influential organization in the NBA. So many individuals who've worked in San Antonio, whether it be as players, assistant coaches, or in the front office, have gone on to leadership roles on other NBA teams. I think that speaks volumes to what that group has been able to do in winning at a high level.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
And you look at all the head coaches and front office executives who have come out of the Spurs organization. They are sprinkled guys throughout the NBA. And, Steve, almost half the teams in the league have some kind of fingerprint from the Spurs.
Well, it's a copycat league, and, the Spurs winning culture, all the cross-pollinating that goes on in the NBA and the relationships. And I think in the end, the result is good for the league. You want as many well-run franchises as possible.
Now here's Griffin. Diaw missing his last shot. Jordan kicks to Griffin. Here's Ginobili. A huge slam, the perfect end of a fast break.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And the officials call a traveling violation. Here's Parker. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Not time to panic yet, guys.
Steve?
Well, it will be soon if they don't cut into this lead quickly.
The feed now to Diaw. Ginobili outside. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Now here's Paul. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. 6 on the shot clock. And the wide open shot from Griffin will not go. This is off the front iron. Now Ginobili. Parker double teamed. And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Parker. Outside Leonard. 6 to shoot. Wide open look.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Kicks it out to Crawford. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And that's now 11 points for Crawford.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game. These are incredible rebounding numbers. I'm not sure if we've ever seen anything like this, Clark.
That's for sure, Steve. I mean, a superhuman performance on the backboards. Well done.
Now here's Paul. They get a hand on it. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And Griffin sends it back. Paul with the ball. Picked up by Ginobili. Jordan with a screen on Ginobili. Paul kicks to Barnes. Sinks the triple. And the Clippers lead by 16.
Now they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
Now here's Parker. Diaw, the screen. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Kicks it out to Crawford. Nobody near Barnes. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Well, what we saw here tonight is, one team just had everything going for it and the other didn't. Huge margin of victory for Los Angeles.
Clark, look at their number of assists.
Well, they minimized the one-on-one situations, Kevin. They got the ball moving, and it found the open guy.
Great ball movement, you're right.
Depth always a factor in wins like this. And what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Paul. And a big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving and finding guys when they would flash open.
Pass to Crawford. Crawford missing again. San Antonio's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. That doesn't go either by Ginobili.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Now here's Crawford. Clock at 6. The 19-foot shot. Excellent D there from Parker.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Chris Paul.